The Bank Santander, everyone knows it's a very big international bank, but it's interested in venture capital and investing in startups particularly. How long have you guys been on this road?
So Santander InnoVentures, which is the corporate venture capital arm, was created late last year, around September. So we've been around for a little over a year. And we've invested about 1/3 of the fund, which is $100 million committed from the bank's resources in 5 separate investments.
And you're here at the Web Summit in Dublin. I mean, how global is the fund? How its orientation? Would you be likely to be investing in European startups too, Irish startups, for example?
So ours is a global mandate, and the way we think about investment is not just capital. As Victor Mataran said in his presentation today, capital is everywhere. We look at ways to collaborate with companies and bring value that is not the capital, but sort of scale and access to clients and branding and expertise and so on. So that effectively means that we end up investing in those geographies where Santander is present. So all of UK, US, continental Europe, and LATAM, and Israel as well. So it's a global mandate, and we do invest in Ireland, we do invest in Scotland, we do invest in everywhere where Santander has a presence. We'll invest.
And is it the first time that Santander has gone into venture capital, or is it just a new particular emphasis on innovation?
Well, the bank has, throughout his history, been very successful doing merger and acquisition in general, as any other large institution has. This InnoVentures is a first. InnoVentures is the first time that the bank has decided to go into VC, let's just say following VC rules, in the sense of small participations, no expectation of an acquisition down the line, no control, really working alongside the companies rather than integrating them outright.
And I suppose the areas of technology that most fascinate you guys at the moment. I mean, I've been hearing a lot more at this conference than anything about things like artificial intelligence, for example. It seems to be a big area. But what are the kind of areas that kind of float your guys' boats in terms of what to invest in?
Well, so we invest, all across the fintech landscape. So that means, as you say, artificial intelligence and big data, which we use for risk and client analytics, lending, sort of all of the new lending platforms out there, new payment ideas and different ways for people to manage their money and move their money around. Things that have to do more with the infrastructure of banks, like now, blockchain or distributed ledger is all the rage. Everyone's talking about that. Definitely a very hot area in fintech. Neobanks, you start seeing in the UK, new value propositions in the way that people access their banking needs, right, through your app and not much more than that. You don't need a branch anymore. So all those are trends that we're very excited about.
And in terms of the emerging economies, I mean, the startup world has been always, or at least the technology world has always been pivoting around places like Silicon Valley or Japan, Korea, Europe. Emerging countries, what nations are most exciting at the moment in terms of where innovation is emerging from?
Well, we're seeing a lot of very interesting things come out of some of the not the typical candidates out of Europe, like Germany and Sweden and the Netherlands. We're seeing very cool things coming out of Israel. We're seeing very interesting coming out of Latin America as well, places like Chile, Argentina, Mexico, Colombia. So definitely you start seeing a lot of activity in those geographies, because really fintech is driven by financial needs, and financial needs are everywhere. Of course, different markets have different needs, and so the nature of the solutions are different. But you really see sort of a global ecosystem coming together.
Mariano, thanks very much.
My pleasure.
That's great. Thanks.